and welcome back to my channel. I'm Corey Ray Sterringer, and today we're getting into part 2 of decorating my home for Valloween. If I didn't say it in the last video, this is my first year celebrating Valentine's Day as Valloween, and to do that we're doing a whole vampire theme, and we're going to have a full-on vampire Valentine's Day party. Where people are going to wear their best vampire-inspired outfits, and we're going to have some vampire-themed food and music and all sorts of things. So that's going to be featured in part 3. I'm going to do like a vlog. But today, in part 2, we're going to continue decorating my home. As you can see, my tree that I did in the last video, part 1, just pointing out the heart there. You'll remember I put some rubber bats that I found in my crafting supplies on them, and I soon found out after the video that rubber and hot glue don't mix well, which I should have known. But I'm going to leave them off the tree. They also come off the topper. I'm going to leave them off the tree until like the day of or day before the party, and then I'll glue them back on. But in today's video, you'll be seeing me use them on a few things, and if they fall off, I'll just glue them back on too. But, yeah, so we're going to be decorating our buffet in our dining room. We're going to see a couple little vignette sort of things that I put together in other places in my home. And, yeah, a couple other things too that I'm going to share. But as always, if you like what you're seeing, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell icon so that you know when I'm posting in the future. And let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start with the buffet in my dining room. That was me showing you. So I took the red fabric from underneath my Valloween tree that I was using as a tree skirt, and I'm using it now as a tablecloth on the buffet because my dog kept stealing it. So to hold it down, I'm going to use this large candle holder that I usually keep on the buffet year-round, no matter what the holiday is. So to that, I'm just adding a couple battery-operated candles. Here are some books I pulled from my collection of books. A few vampire themes, this fairy tale book because it matched the vibes and colors that I was going for. This wooden box I thrifted a while back. I like to use it as like a riser sort of thing. So I'm going to get a little small easel and I'm going to put the Vampirology book on it. To balance it out, I got this bust that I bought from Michael's this past year. It was like my #1 bucket list item, and I luckily found it at my local Michael's. It was the last one. So I'm putting it on that random wooden drawer that I have, along with a couple of the books. And then that bat I also got at Michael's this past year, which it was also one of the items I really wanted. So here's what it was looking like so far. I was pretty happy with what it was looking like, but I still felt, especially on this side, that it was still too empty. So I got this glass red candy dish, I guess it is, to add over there. And then another book, Encyclopedia Horrifica, which I think I've had that book since I was like middle school aged. I also added this skull that I got from TJ Maxx like 2 years ago or a year ago. So here's how it was looking so far with those few added things. I still thought it looked a little empty in the middle there. And that space in front of the candle holder. So I added in this antique box that I remembered I had, and it was perfect. It has like this red heart-shaped design on the lid. I also added the spooky sign. The ghost decided that the box needed raised up a little bit, so it was put up on the leg of the candle holder. So I also added in these little gold leaf branches that I usually keep in a big vase in our living room, just to kind of bring the gold down from the frame and candle holders and that frame around the print on the wall, which that print kind of fits like the vampire theme too. She's very ethereal. So here's what it was looking like. There's that box I was talking about. I was really happy with how this looked. You'll soon see this trunk setting in front of the buffet that usually is where the tree is at in my living room. So I decided to put a couple things on it. I used this red leather box, one of the branches, and I added in an antique Whitman's metal chocolate tin, because I felt box of chocolates for Valentine's Day kind of fits. And here's the final reveal. So now we're going to get into adding some of those rubber bats that I added to the tree. We're going to put it on a couple things to make them more vampire themed. The first thing is this Happy Valentine's Day sign. Now I have this Valentine's Forever sign. I felt like it also went with the vampire theme because vampires are immortal, live forever. Next, I'm going to work on the prize boxes that you actually saw in part 1. Here's a little shot of what's going to be inside of them. I got some chocolate hearts. I got these Sour Patch Kids that really fit the Valloween theme. And then those are the lips with the skull with heart eye socks that I showed in the last video, where I put those little white stickers on them to make them look like fangs. So I'm just going to glue one of the bats to the lid. And I have 2 of these that I'll be putting them on. And that's what it looks like. So I wanted to show some other things I got. I got this set of 3 adhesive vampire fangs for my wife, daughter, and I. They come in 3 different sizes, so they were perfect. I also got this big pack of those generic plastic vampire fangs you see at Halloween to use as napkin rings, so that way everyone at the party can have fangs. Next, I'm going to take these wooden clothespins that go with a large birdcage card holder, I guess it's intended for, that we have hanging in our dining room. You'll see it momentarily. But I'm just going to glue these bats to the clothespins, and then after we're done with this whole vampire of Halloween, I can just take them off and it'll go right back to normal. So I did 5 of these little bat clips all together. I also wanted to show you the tablecloth I have that is black with bats and skulls, so it fits perfectly with the theme. I actually found this in my stash. Forgot I even bought it on clearance this past year. Here is the Happy Valentine's Day sign I paired with these 2 cameo portraits that I bought at Dollar Tree Plus this past year. Here is the bird cage that I was talking about with the little bat clips. I made these conversation heart signs using Dollar Tree's paintable wooden signs, but of course I did vampire themed quotes on them. So I did #dead, I want to suck your blood, and bite me. So the next vignette you'll see is in my living room. I have the Valentine Forever sign with the bats we added, this coffin-shaped sign with the crow and the 3 skulls, and this heavy metal bat candle holder that I got at Ross a year or so ago. That's just showing the picture that always hangs there. I thought it went with the Victorian vintage vibes. Next, in my dining room, we actually have this wall up for year-round. We have this running joke that my daughter looks like a Victorian child, so we keep these up because they look like her, but they also look like Kirsten Dunst in Interview with the Vampire. I also wanted to share some of the things I found at my local Walmart that really went with the Valloween theme. I don't think I've really explained it, but from the title, I'm sure you can tell Valloween is just mixing Halloween into Valentine's Day. I think it was a trend started by spooky content creators on YouTube like myself, but I saw in Jade the Libra's video when she was Valloween decor hunting that her Walmart had a ton of Halloween stuff, specifically the Bride of Chucky, which I would have loved to find, but this is what I found in my small rural Walmart. So that's it for part 2 of my Vampire Halloween series. The next and final part will be taking place the day of the party. I'll show some food preparations and some footage during the party so you can see the outfits that our guests put together. But yeah, I'm getting really excited for this. I know my one aunt, she ordered an outfit online that she's planning on wearing. I have no idea what it is, but she's really excited about it, and so am I. But yeah, so make sure that you are subscribed to me. Make sure you have that bell icon hit so you know when I post that video. That'll be my next video. Again, after this month, I'm going to start posting every other Friday, but that next video will come out on Sunday, February 18th, because the party's going to be happening the day after I would normally post. So, yeah, make sure you stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.